This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of February 19th, 2024. Believe it or not, we are past the intensity of the month. Now we're doing something with what we experienced in the first 2 weeks of the month, and especially last week. And this starts with some discomfort, something in us that we really don't want to look at, but is nagging at us. Maybe we're afraid that we have fooled ourselves in some way. Very probably some of our own internal monsters are crawling out from under our metaphoric beds and saying, "Hi, still here," at the very, very beginning of the week. This propels us forward, however, keeps us from just sitting there and staring at the walls or the ceiling or our computer screens. One of the really big things that happens this week then comes on the 22nd. There is a fusing and amalgamation of the intensity that we experienced last week, Venus and Mars, which have both just met Pluto and been refined, strengthened, stripped down, focused, meet in Aquarius on the 22nd, and both of them over the weekend then have a shoving match with Jupiter, meaning that whatever we are now assimilating gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Venus, social director of the skies, currently in the sign of let's all just be friends, distance, breathing room, maybe a little bit futuristic. Venus rules how we get along with each other, what we value, what the flavor of relationships is right now. Mars, the ruler of our drive, the cosmic first responder, representative of men and the masculine, just as Venus is the representative of women and the feminine. These two merge on the 22nd. Within each of us, our masculine and feminine sides unify, get on the same page, and something happens in relationships as well, very likely involving friends, very likely involving working on something in a collective mode or in an organization even. Although Aquarius likes a lot of breathing room, it also honors and values friendship. Something could be coming together that could be a long and loyal arrangement in your life, and aspects of it could get bigger and bigger and bigger and involve more and more people, more of a network, more of a collective by the weekend when both Venus and Mars square Jupiter, the guy who ups the ante of any action he gets near. For some people, this will be a friendship getting really serious. For other people, who knows? I welcome hearing how this plays out for you. And for all of us, we are now fusing our values and our interactions with our drive, setting up a new model of male and female power working in tandem to set the paradigm or the template for how we are going to proceed for the next 20 years with Pluto in Aquarius. Then some softening and some blurriness slips in on the 23rd. Mercury moves into Pisces. Communication becomes more, maybe not so much touchy-feely as implied or intuitive or hunch-based. Thinking and communicating in images and notions and feelings and colors, not so much in clear words. Maybe softer, maybe gentler, maybe with more awareness of emotional impact on other people. While Mercury was in Aquarius, this lent a real distant Mr. Spock, Commander Data, unaware of emotional impact vibe to everything that was being said. And that shifts into something much softer and more subtle now. Not entirely comfortable immediately because Mercury and Venus are making owie, got to pay attention to this, contacts to Pluto and to Saturn. So something in us says, ooh, better look at this. Something doesn't feel right. This is the pebble in the shoe, and you keep moving your shoe until you really get whatever it is that's bothering you out of it. And where that discomfort leads is awareness of the impact on us of a variety of emotional issues, awareness of some of the personal health and wellness ramifications of all of the intensity and the transformations, and let's be honest, insanity that we have been living through recently. The Virgo full moon on the 24th with Saturn, planet of adulting, opposite the moon, and next to the sun and Mercury, is bringing a cleanup crew. It is bringing moments of evaluation, looking at the emotional dramas, drawing new boundaries, making more healthy decisions, cleaning up some situations, and setting things on a footing or in arrangements that are ultimately better for our own sanity. You could be throwing things and people and situations out that make you woozy, that are toxic to you, that interfere with your sense of well-being. There could be a big streak of, I cannot bear everybody's problems any longer. Not that I can't stand them, but that I can't shoulder them. That's a better way of putting it, and putting your own personal well-being much more at the forefront of everything, which then leads to wanting more from the connections, the relationships that you have committed to. So taking out the garbage, getting rid of the rot, getting rid of the stuff that really isn't good for you, and wanting a lot more of the stuff that is. Homing thought of the week. What am I in charge of here? Song of the week, More Than Friends by Jason Mraz. And the image of the week is marchers filling the mall in Washington. You'll learn more about this in my forecast for the Virgo full moon, which is already up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years experience. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio and TV on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern, and this week my guest is Alex Miller, asteroid astrologer, with his unique and fascinating analysis of a lot of people and events in the news. And yes, I do understand that Taylor Swift is in the mix. And speaking of people in the news, I am doing a YouTube live about the astrology of current events on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern with Annette Dion on her YouTube channel. Look for the link below. I host lively conversation on Facebook, on the page Empowerment Unlimited, and in the group, the Astro-Insight Lounge. I post on Instagram and Threads at @KABiehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.